Back at the Virginia Beach Sports Center for more of our coverage of the 2025 NCAA Indoor Track and Field Championships. Abdihamad Noor of NAU has the NCAA meet record for the 5,000, and Graham Blanks, just under 13 minutes, has the collegiate lead. There's Hapton Samuel of New Mexico. He'll be in that group on the outside. 16 of the fastest in the country amongst collegians on the track in this event.
We also have Yassin Abdallah, who has been top 3 this season in both the indoor 5K and the indoor 3,000 meters. A Paris Olympian in the marathon. Dwight, this is his final season of eligibility running for the Razorbacks. He'll have his teammate Patrick Kiprop alongside him as well, so significant scoring opportunities for Arkansas in this field.
And boy, do they need it. They're having a tough meet so far as we look at Liam Murphy of Villanova.
Number 5 among collegians this year, having run 13:10:42, the 10-time Big East champion. And we have seen him run great races all over the track. You think from 1,500, 3,000s, now up to the 5,000. Cross country, of course, as well. All-American in cross country is Liam Murphy. As a quick look at Patrick Kiprop and the rest of the field, as they're going to bring them all up.
There are the competitors. A little shout out to two-time bronze medalist Grant Fisher, who just recently set the world record in the 5,000 meters. Bronze at 5,000 and 10,000 meters in Paris, and has had a great indoor season in 2025. So 11 on the inside, 5 on the outside. They'll stay in those groups until they complete the second turn, and they'll break for the pole.
One thing that's interesting about the 5,000 is so many of these efforts were run in December, coming off of all of the cross-country strength that you have. So it's difficult sometimes to gauge exactly where athletes are coming into the NCAA championship meet. That's Evans Karui of Washington State making a big move up to the front in that 30-second opening 200 meters. So a lot of guys have run really fast, but now who is sharp in terms of racing at the championship level? Patrick Kiprop going up to the front. Also his last year of eligibility, only has indoor left, no outdoor eligibility. He won the SEC 5K title just a couple of weeks ago, a 5-time SEC champion. One of those guys who gives everything he can.
And this would be his last collegiate race because he did not qualify in the 3,000 meters. So Kiprop, who we do not normally see up front in this kind of a race, we see him there. He's got a pretty good pace that he's forged, trying to help his teammate Abdallah. So he'll step aside for a moment and let Dan catch us up on what's happened with the heptathlon so far. Hapton Samuel now in the lead with Yassin Abdallah right there from Arkansas. Patrick Kiprop of Arkansas there in 4th. Huge team implications for Arkansas here. They've had a rough meet so far, not getting as many people through as they were hoping to. They brought a lot here.
We've seen a number of lead changes up front. Abdallah jumped up front, and they were right at 62.5 for several laps. Hapton Samuel jumped up to the lead. Evans Karui is up there as well. So I like to see that this is going a bit more honest. Still on meet record pace, even though they slowed down just a little bit. They had 62.5s for several laps. Now 65 seconds they've settled in. New Mexico with 2 in this field, looking to get some teamwork there with Hapton Samuel and Ishmael Kip Karui in the mix, with Kip Karui settling into 3rd. And I was talking with Darren Gosson of New Mexico about just the fact that Hapton Samuel would like to have a drama-free race, because in the 10,000 outdoors, where he was the NCAA champion, He won after falling down, getting caught up in traffic, got back up to fight to the win. Then in cross country, ran almost half the race, if not more, with one spike on. But they feel really good about his fitness and his speed. They feel like he has the best strength in the field. He's looking around to kind of see who is up there with him, hoping that his teammate Ishmael Kipkurui is up there, and indeed he is in that conversation. Kipkurui, kind of one of the sleepers of this field. He's a true freshman, but has high-level international experience and great race savvy. Just arrived on campus. He's sitting there in third position. It's easy to see that championship turquoise that they always wear at the NCAA meets of New Mexico. So currently in third. Arrived on campus just 2 weeks before Christmas, came in a little bit banged up, got into really good shape. You see he had to fend off Patrick Kiprop as Kiprop settled in there into the rail. 64.5 that last 400 meters, so they've been fluctuating right there between 64 and 65 over this last half mile or so.
Arkansas athletes 4th and 6th place right now. Plenty of running still left to do, 12 laps remaining. Samuel Kipkurui.
Haptom Samuel is in great form at this point of the indoor season. He actually missed a few weeks of training coming off of cross country, in which he was the NCAA runner-up. They had to give him a break and then go into about a 6-week build phase. Really closed well in the 5K at BU. Felt like though he had more to give, and it could have been an even faster effort. So he feels like his fitness, strength, speed are all coming together at the right time. You know who is just not going away is Evans Karui, is putting himself right in the mix, breaking up the New Mexico guys.
And his very bouncy stride. He looks very fresh and hardly breaking a sweat. Kiprop now back to about 6th place, and Abdallah well back from there. So Arkansas's men's woes continue. Patrick Kiprop in his final race as an Arkansas Razorback, currently in 7th. And Nassim Abdallah, excuse me, back about 11th or 12th.
Keep your eyes on both athletes from Oklahoma State. They're easy to identify with the America's brightest orange, as we call it, on the shorts, but going with the black top. Seeing some movement now on the rest of the field behind him, but Brian Massow of Oklahoma State has put himself in great position. Also, Drew Bosley of Northern Arizona, one of those who is firmly in that top 5.
Reed Thompson and Casey Klinger from BYU, along with Bosley, all down here at the beach drowning in oxygen. They all live and train at altitude, a huge advantage when they come down to sea level.
So we're seeing the New Mexico guys now really well working together. You're also seeing the duo from Oklahoma State work together with Massow and Dennis Kipnatich.
Come past the start and finish line, 7 laps remaining.
Ishmael Kipkurui has done a fantastic job of holding his own in his NCAA debut, really benefiting by using his teammate Samuel up there up front to share those lead duties. Kipkurui is a fantastic talent, and before we came on the air, what did I tell you, Dwight? Watch both the New Mexico guys, both of them.
True.
Haptom Samuel is one who people kind of know to watch and expect what he's going to do in championship racing scenarios. But Kipkurui is truly kind of one of the sleepers of this field. Looks like he maybe wants his teammate to get up there and share some of the workload. We got a picture there. You can see Patrick Kiprop in the back of that chase pack trying to do some work.
And
Here comes Drew Bosley.
Is way back. He may be even last right now of this 16-man field, and Kiprop is not in scoring position. So Arkansas really having a tough time here. They lost the conference meet 2 weeks ago to Texas A&M for the first time in quite some time, as we got some movement happening here as Drew Bosley gets into the lead. Remember last year, Nico Young, his teammate at Northern Arizona, was the champion.
Slowed down to a 68-second last 400 when Bosley took the lead. Now it's Evans Karui there up front. Drew Bosley is one of those guys who can put himself in great racing situations. He is certainly a gamer, has not raced a whole lot.
But suddenly Liam Murphy is in the mix, takes the lead, and a lot of jostling. So, pardon me, got the wrong guy. Marco Langen of Villanova.
Right team.
He is in the lead and now starting to push things as the other athletes in this pack start to jockey for position and where they want to be going into the last 3 laps.
Rocky Hansen of Wake Forest is also one who wants a piece of this race. We got 3 laps to go and anyone can win.
Karui is starting to drop out of scoring position. His teammate Samuel in 3rd. Both Cowboys of Oklahoma State are in it. Coming up with 2 laps remaining. Who's willing to make the commitment? .62.2 over the last 440 yards. And it continues to be Langen, the sophomore from Villanova.
Here comes Hampton Samuel.
Samuel into the lead.
And watch both Oklahoma State guys. Coach Dave Smith felt like on the right day, either of those guys could win. They're well versed in having to battle Hampton Samuel.
Brian Masau of Oklahoma State trying to take the lead, but Samuel doesn't want to give it to him. They're on the final lap, final backstretch. And it's Masau that's going to drop in with less than 100 meters to go, a full head of steam. His teammate, Dennis Kitnich, is in it for 4th, but it's going to be Masau of Oklahoma State that's going to win it as he almost laps Yassim Abdallah.
Meet record.
A new meet record. And that's from 2022. Another Northern Arizona athlete. Abdelhamid Noor had the meet record. Nico Young was the reigning champion. Of course, he's moved on to the pros. But Brian Masau, the sophomore from Kenya, wins the 5,000 here in Virginia Beach.
A 55-second, look at the embrace between the teammates. It took both of them for Brian Masau to get that win, the way that they used one another to navigate that field, to set up a phenomenal closing kick. What a finish. Hampton Samuel and Brian Masau have battled in so many different situations. Masau had such confidence in his kick, used that backstretch to perfectly set up this finish. Saved it for the absolute right moment to make the move.
He just had better turnover on that backstretch. That's what allowed him to get in front. Rocky Hansen of Wake Forest ended up 3rd in that race, but first time Oklahoma State Cowboy wins the 5,000 meters at the NCAA indoors. He wins it over Hampton Samuel by just less than a half a second. Rocky Hansen, as I mentioned, finishing 3rd. No points scored by Arkansas.
Well, you left it to the end. Yeah. First, tell me how hard it was to get to that last lap, the strategy used.
From the start, let's say like 15 laps, it was not that hard, but I was expecting like either 5 laps to go or 10 laps to go. The change was going to be changed. So I was ready either 10 laps to go or 5 laps to go. But when we reached the 10 laps to go, they just twisted the pace a little bit. And then I saw the pace is, I'm comfortable with the pace. And then when you reach 5 laps to go, that is 1 kilometer, that's when I saw everybody is trying like to put another gear. So I trusted myself. I say like, I might not finish the first person, but if I hold on to the pace, I may be the winner. So I didn't like lose up because I know the pace was very high. So I had like to catch up with the guys to hold on, and then you've seen the results. So the thing that I learned to this race is like, even if you're tired out, never give up. Just push yourself until you close the finishing line, because you never know what is going to happen, like the 50 meters. Yeah.
So he breaks it down really well, but when he first walked over here, Dwight, he said, I didn't expect that, but he is now the national champ with a great close. Everybody thinks they got the best kick. Today, Brian Massoud did. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.